Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your Raw results and WWE main event spoilers. Well, happy birthday goes to Jimmy Hart. She turned 37 on Sunday. Kimberly Page turned 48 on Sunday. That was January 1st. Rodney Leanhart of the Mean Street Posse turned 46. Bobby Roode celebrated a glorious 40th birthday on Sunday. Precious, a.k.a. Patty Williams, turned 62. She was married to Jimmy Garvin, and the couple have two daughters. Matt Cross, a.k.a. Matthew Capicioni, turned 36 on Saturday. He works as Son of Havoc in Lucha Underground. Matt Dog Cross. No dark match advertised for Raw event. Recent dark matches have been featured. Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns versus Rusev. And here's a teaser. This one is a clip video of Shawn Michaels in the resurrection of Gavin Stone being released on January 20th. Undertaker and Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels have been announced for Raw for next week from New Orleans. And here's a promo for that. It's worth noting that WWE's website is advertising a Wizard World appearance by former WWE Champion Batista on Saturday, January 7th. This coming weekend in New Orleans. Well, Raw. One of the events would be there. And you can see the listing at this link here. WizardWorld.com /Comic-Con /New Orleans /WWE NOLA 17.html. Post that link. Well, also noted, WWE announcer David Otunga recently filmed an episode of Criminal Minds for CBS. He tweeted a photo and episode that noted that it will be airing soon. At David Otunga, don't think I got the picture. At David Otunga, what you say to me? Oh, hell no. It was a pleasure working with my new buddies at Joe Mantegna, at Damon Gupton on Crim Minds _CBS. Episode airs soon. Young Bucks was interviewed by Justin Barrasso for the Extra Mustard section of Sports Illustrated recently. During the interview, Nick Jackson talked about the possibility of signing with WWE, Kenny Omega, and more. Here are the highlights. Some of the highlights. On not signing with WWE, the schedule was perfect for us and the family, and we have rights to sell the Young Buck brand, as well as a lot of freedom. We also have a lot of input in what we do, and that is priceless. We love Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling, and they also gave us a very healthy race. We're as happy as can be. If fans are disappointed that we didn't sign with WWE, I understand why, but family comes first, and I hope they can understand that. But to WWE fans, well, never say never. On Kenny Omega helping New Japan Pro Wrestling, if Kenny Omega wins, it will help New Japan Pro Wrestling penetrate the USA market like they want. So it's not only good for him, but it's good for the company if he wins. Kenny main eventing is a huge step in the right direction, but I'll say this, Kenny Omega will go down as the greatest foreign wrestler ever in Japan. Why they did not attend Total Nonstop Deletion? We would have loved to have been on Total Nonstop Deletion, but we were in Japan when they filmed it. This feud is just an organic, natural thing. Our career paths are very similar, and we always get compared to them. It's the one feud that we've always wanted, and I'm happy that it's happening. Nick talked about Ladder Wars, Briscoes, and more. And you can read the full interview at this link. Well, apparently there was an injury scare with Bo Dallas at a live event in Boston during Bo, the Shining Stars, Jinder Mahal, and Titus O'Neil versus Goldust, R-Truth, Sin Cara, Darren Young, and Curtis Axel. The match ended quickly as Truth pinned Dallas. Referee threw up the dreaded X symbol after talking with Dallas, and the babyface began to celebrate without Truth's music playing. After a few seconds, the referee gave a thumbs up to the back, and Truth's music played. Bo then recovered and cut a promo, which led to an open challenge. Well, Big Show answered the challenge and knocked Dallas out with a knockout punch. It appears Bo was all right as he left on his own. Former WWE superstar Ezekiel Jackson was training with Braun Strowman, Jinder Mahal, and other WWE superstars at CT Fletcher's Iron Addicts gym in Los Angeles on Sunday. And here's some photos of Fletcher backstage at the Staples Center from Sunday night. A photo of Strowman at his gym. And what have you. Some other stars as well. Cody Rhodes met up with WWE superstars Zack Ryder and Tyson Kidd to ring in the New Year. New Year's Eve. Ryder went down a few weeks back with a knee injury that kept him off TV for 49 months, and Kidd continued to recover from his neck injury that he sustained during a match with Samoa Joe in 2015. Cody left WWE this year and is currently wrestling for a number of promotions, including Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling. Ryder posted a photo of the trio saying, at this link, also, who did Jericho party with on New Year's? See the link for photos. Happy New Year from #Good Brothers and at Good Sister, at Jinder Mahal, at Adam Scher 99, at Luke Gallows WWE, or Luke _Gallows WWE, #Mike Knox, at Shakespeare _Danny Brooke, #Stinko Malenko. Those names can be found on Twitter, as the Malenko was with him partying. And it can also be seen at Instagram.com/Chris Jericho Fozzy. Okay, Gabe Sapolsky announced on his Twitter account that ACH has now signed with Evolve. ACH had parted ways with Ring of Honor in 2016 and has been advertised for multiple Evolve shows now. Comicbook.com recently interviewed Ring of Honor star Jay Lethal, who revealed that he recently signed a 2-year deal with Ring of Honor. And here are a couple of the highlights. If he signed with Ring of Honor? Yes, that is true. You guys are the first people to ask me that straight out. Therefore, this is the first time I'm answering it straight out. Yes, I did just sign a 2-year deal with Ring of Honor. I'm here to stay. If you had any contact with WWE before signing with Ring of Honor? No, I really had no real contact with them, especially since my contract with Ring of Honor never officially ended before I re-signed. We weren't allowed to talk with each other until the contract runs out, so no, not really. You can read the full interview at this link. Well, there's a tweet that's been going on viral as of it. It's already got 4,000 retweets on Twitter. Noted that his sister asked for Pixar's Inside Out for Christmas, but they got a surprise. Their mother accidentally got her the Triple H WWE Studios film instead. And you can find it in this link on YouTube. Inside Out. It's January 2nd, and it's time to get after it. Every Monday from now until Memorial Day weekend, when the movie is released, we'll launch something new from Baywatch. #Baywatch. This is what The Rock has just recently posted from Monday. Why Mondays? Because we're the only badass motivating movie that can tackle Mondays and make Mondays our beach. #Avengers of the Beach. #Ultra Tanned. #and highly dysfunctional. Baywatch. Memorial Day weekend is your time for debut. Well, Alberto Del Rio was arrested in Austria on Friday, December 30th, according to Austrian news website Krone and other local media outlets as well. Following an indie show in Lebanon, or Leoben, Austria, Del Rio and his brother El Hijo del Dos Carros was reportedly involved in a brawl at a local nightclub. Del Rio was obviously released from police custody as he was visiting Raw in Tampa with girlfriend Paige on Monday. But the incident led to Del Rio leaving the country 24 hours later than planned. Paige was not with him in Austria. After the fight at the club, the man they fought reportedly went to the hospital while Del Rio and his brother were taken to the local police to a local police precinct. The two then got into a fist fight with each other while at the precinct. Apparently, because Del Rio was trying to calm his brother down, Del Rio's brother is reportedly still hospitalized in Austria. It was also noted that the police at the precinct had to use ankle shackles to restrain Del Rio after he destroyed the ties that they originally used to restrain his arms. Don't they have handcuffs? Apparently, the brawl between the two brothers left the walls bloody. Stay tuned for more as I get more news on the story. Kimberly has signed with WWE last month and start with the company imminently. And this there was a video, but I did not get the link for that. Kimberly said goodbye to the fans at Beyond Wrestling Party Animals event in Providence, Rhode Island. I think I posted it a couple of weeks ago. This is my home, so it's very bittersweet to go. I hope all of you follow me on this journey I'm about to take. Kimberly also told the crowd, I'll see you on another stage. Kimberly made her NXT TV debut last month, losing to Ember Moon. As WWE recently signed second-generation Texas indie wrestler Victoria Gonzalez, Corpus Christi Caller Times has a story about Gonzalez and talked about athletic ability and the business requires. It's more than just just being pretty and putting on a small outfit, as Gonzalez said. A lot of people argue with me all the time when I was little about whether a wrestler is an athlete. A wrestler is an athlete. It takes so much skill, so much athletic ability to do these kinds of moves. Nothing more than that. Again, I think I did both of those in a video a couple weeks ago. Well, add Braun Strowman and Chris Jericho to the list of names for the 30-man Royal Rumble main event. Other superstars confirmed for the match, including Kofi Kingston, Big E, Xavier Woods, Brock Lesnar, and Bill Goldberg, as quick results from Raw results. But here's your New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom 11 results. New Japan Rumble. We're live, starting us out, Michael Elgin and Billy Gunn. Both men side each other early up. They're number 1 and number 2. Trying to bring each other down. Number 3 is out. Here's Bone Soldier. As Elgin tries to throw Gunn out of the ring, Elgin and Gunn team up as they work on Bone Soldier. Here comes number 4. It's Cheeseburger. First one eliminated is Bone Soldier as he goes high and Cheeseburger goes low. Number 5 is Jushin Thunder Liger, who instantly teams up with Cheeseburger. Both get dropped by Elgin and Gunn. Elgin tells Gunn to suck it and clotheslines Gunn out of the ring. Number 6 is Kuniaki Kobayashi, who goes right after Jushin Thunder Liger and nearly eliminates him. Number 7 is Tiger Mask. Multiple people teams on a crucifix cradle to get Kobayashi pinned and sent out of the Rumble. Well, I guess this is a Rumble where you can get pinned to be eliminated. Number 8 is Manabu Nakanishi, who starts going after everyone in the Rumble with clotheslines. Number 9 is Ryusuke Taguchi. 4 men try to pin Nakanishi, who kicked out. Now 5 men go for a pin, and Nakanishi is out. Tiger Mask is pinned, and Yoshitatsu comes out as number 10. Liger was was also apparently eliminated. Believe he was unable to kick out before the 3 count. At number 11, It's Yuji Nagata. Tatsu and Nagata will nail some stiff strikes on each other. At number 12, Tenzan is out, just as Tatsu is eliminated by pinfall. At this point, it's Nagata, Elgin, Cheeseburger, Taguchi, and Tenzan in the ring. Taguchi with a number of hip attacks on Tenzan as we go towards number 13, which is Hiro Sato, who quickly eliminates Nagata. At number 14, Scott Norton, who goes, Scott the Flash Norton from of NWO, who goes right after Taguchi with a massive power bomb. Taguchi is eliminated by pinfall. 4 men team up on Elgin to try and slow the big man down. Massive clotheslines by Elgin, who eliminates Saito by pinfall. Elgin sends Norton out of the ring, eliminate him. Cheeseburger and Tenzan attempt to work together against Elgin. Elgin eliminates Tenzan by sending him out of the ring. The crowd goes wild for Cheeseburger versus Elgin. Cheeseburger attempts a number of strikes before getting knocked out cold by a punch. Cheeseburger recovers with a super kick, but gets a buckle bomb, and then Elgin bomb for the elimination. Winner of the match with the Elgin bomb, Michael Elgin. Tiger Mask W versus Tiger the Dark. Tiger the Dark out first, who was actually ACH. Tiger Mask W, who was actually Kota Ibushi, comes out second. The pace is fast and furious with multiple arm drags, drop kicks, and dual kip ups. Tiger Dark with an amazing corkscrew moonsault to the floor, taking out Tiger W. Huge drop kick by Tiger W, sending Tiger Dark to the outside. W with a top rope moonsault from the corner, 15 counts on the outside. There are rules to get 20 count. Tiger W goes for a pin, quick strikes, missed penalty kick, and a standing moonsault counter with a Tiger Dark raising up his knees. Tombstone power driver by Tiger W is reversed, and Tiger Dark lands his own power driver, gets a 2 count. Snap jumper suplex and Tiger suplex by Tiger W, getting only a 2 count. With Tiger Dark dazed, Tiger W lands a huge Golden Star powerbomb for the 1-2-3. IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship match: Young Bucks versus Roppongi Vice, is what they're called. That's Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero. RPG Vice was out first. Young Bucks come out second with all their titles, which are also printed on their wrestling tights. On their way out, they call out the Hardys. The Bucks talk. RPG Vice starts wailing away on them before the match officially starts, as Vice clears out the ring in a hurry. Young Bucks attempt to leave the arena by walking down the ramp. Crowd starts to boo. Beretta and Rocky chase after and both get super kick. Young Bucks then run all the way back to the ring as the 20 count begins on RPG Vice. They make it back in at 19. Young Bucks take control with Nick super kicking Beretta out of the ring. Matt then trips him down on the apron. Matt talks to trash as he super kicks Rocky off the apron. Beretta with an amazing spinning DDT that sends Matt out of the ring. Beretta counters to a back body chop and tries to get the tag to Rocky, but can't quite get the tag. Miscommunication by the Young Bucks, who end up kicking each other twice in a matter of seconds. Matt then goes for a super kick and nails a young boy. Rocky is tagged in with a crossbody and hurricanrana. Rocky with a forever clothesline, going back and forth multiple times before nailing both Bucks. Huge suicide dive by Rocky on Nick to the outside. Nick helps Matt with a Canadian Destroyer by kicking Beretta in the face as Matt flips him to the mat. Matt and Rocky are the legal man, but Beretta with a German suplex off the top rope on Matt. Beretta goes for a front flip to the floor and misses completely, landing hard on the outside. Rocky is alone and he avoids a double super kick by the Bucks, landing a double hurricanrana. Bucks eventually land a double super kick, followed by a PJ kick by Nick. Pin, 2 count. Buckle bomb kick to the back of the head. Combo on Rocky. Nick with a 450 splash as Rocky was hung out to dry on the second rope. Another pin, 2 count. More super kicks by both Bucks, but Rocky recovers, only to get super kicked again. Pin attempt for another 2 count. Bucks look to go for more bang for the buck. But Beretta finally comes alive with a distraction on Nick, who was on the top rope. Rocky gets a quick pin on Nick. And new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. Never open 6-man Tag Team Championship match, which is a gauntlet match. David Finlay. That's Finlay's son. Ricochet and Satoshi Kojima as champions versus the Bullet Club. Bad Luck Fail, Hangman Page, and Yujihiro Takahashi versus Chaos, Jado, Will Ospreay, and Yoshihashi versus Los Ignorables de Japan, which is Bushi, Evil, and Sonata. Starting off the match was Bullet Club and is the Bullet Club faction, who are followed by a number of dancing ladies. Out next was the Chaos faction. Bullet Club started their attack before the match officially started, throwing all members of Chaos into the barricade. Back inside the ring, Bad Luck Fail goes after Yoshihashi, who gets the best of the big men with his speed. Bad Luck tags in Takahashi for a quick attack before bringing in Page. Double team work in the corner on Yoshi. Jumping DDT by Page on Yoshi. Yoshi gets in a neck breaker and tags in Ospreay, who quickly gets Page to the outside and goes for a handspring moonsault on the outside of all three Bullet Club members. Running shooting star press, missed the second off the second rope. Standing shooting star, then another one off the second rope by Ospreay. Wow, Page finally lands a lariat to slow things down. Takahashi with an attack from behind and gets tagged in. Ospreay tags in Jado, and the Chaos members go to work on Takahashi. Submission by Jado, but it's quickly broken up by Fail, who then smashes Jado in the corner. Page with a shooting star shoulder tackle to the floor. Takahashi is able to put Jado and get the win for his time to move on in the gauntlet match. Next out was Los Ignorables faction, who take their time to the ring. Quick start to this part of the match with Fail, nearly ending it with a splash on Sonata. Sonata tried to fight off both Takahashi and Page. Sonata pushing Takahashi into the referee, and suddenly a chair is in the ring. Sonata put the chair around Takahashi's neck, and Evil swings another chair right into it. The ref is woken up, and Sonata looks in his skull in submission, locks in his skull in submission, on Takahashi for the tap. Out last are the champions, David Finlay, Ricochet, who is wearing a crown, and Satoshi Kojima. Ricochet and Finlay with stereo front flips to the outside. Bushi finally gets in the action and is able to slow Finlay's quick start. Ricochet back in against Bushi, who has to fight off all members as he flies literally all over the ring to take them out. He finishes on Bushi with a snap German suplex right into a brainbuster. Kojima tagged in and chops every Los Ignorable member in rapid fashion. The three members are able to overcome and put Kojima down. Ricochet and Finlay go to work against Evil. Ricochet gets reversed right into a top rope code breaker. The action is fast and furious. Kojima with a cutter on Evil. Goes for the pin. 2 count. Brainbuster by Kojima, who was really amped up. But Bushi sprays mist in his face with a distracted referee. Evil tries to capitalize with a sit-down powerbomb. Only gets 2 count. Evil lands Evil to get the 1, 2, 3 on Kojima. And new, never open 6-man tag team champions, Los Ignorables de Japan. Cody Rhodes versus Juice Robinson. Robinson out first, then Cody. Robinson goes for a handshake. Cody shoots at him. Cody with a step up from the corner to the outside, but is caught on the receiving end of a belly-to-belly suplex to the floor. Juice then hits a cannonball on Cody, who is laying against the steel barricade. Juice is selling a knee injury after that move, which Cody then focused on with multiple stomps. Cody starts to taunt the announce table and the crowd as he wails away on Juice. Juice tries to overcome, but Cody goes right back to the knee. Juice strings together a number of strikes, including a running lariat. He lifts Cody in the air and drops him stomach first on his knees. Suplex reversed by Cody, who then hits a chop block on Juice's banged up knee. Cody laughs and watches Juice squirm around in pain. After putting Cody down, Juice slowly makes his way to the top rope. Goes for the crossbody, which is reversed right into an Indian deathlock by Cody. Juice looks like he might tap out, but makes his way to the bottom rope to break the hold. Cody then drapes Juice over the top rope and drops a nasty-looking DDT, pin attempt 2 count. Juice with a lariat to put down the confident Cody. Juice goes for the powerbomb, but his knee gives out. Cody goes for crossroads for the pin. After the match, Cody went into the crowd, but cameras missed whatever he did. Winner by pinfall, Cody Rhodes. Ring of Honor World Championship match, Kyle O'Reilly as champion versus Adam Cole. Code of Honor handshake. Cole spits in O'Reilly's face. O'Reilly takes Cole down. Massive strikes into an armbar attempt. Quick rope break. O'Reilly misses in the corner. Cole with a kick and tries to yell his name. Rear naked choke to stop him on 2 occasions. Cole grabs a chair and nails O'Reilly with a shoulder right in front of the ref, who will allow certain cheap moves because it's his championship match. O'Reilly recovers and goes on an attack with the elbows, knees, and a running elbow into a corner. O'Reilly goes to work on all of Cole's limbs, trying to slow the challenger down. More knees that put Cole down to the mat. Last shot by Cole, only to get a 2 count. Dual kicks by both men. Third sends both wrestlers to the mat. Kick to the head by O'Reilly, followed up by more strikes to the head, and finally a brainbuster. O'Reilly selling a shoulder injury, which slows down his ability to lock in another armbar. O'Reilly with another rear naked choke into a German suplex. O'Reilly continues to sell a shoulder injury. Shining Wizard into a last shot by Cole, getting a very close 2 count. Cole goes for a super kick. O'Reilly counters it into an ankle lock. Cole kicks O'Reilly's shoulder. 4 super kicks to put O'Reilly down, followed by another last shot, and gets the pinfall by 1, 2, 3. And it is now your Ring of Honor World Champion, Adam Cole. IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championship, Gorillas of Destiny of Tama Tonga and Tonga Roa versus Chaos of Tomohiro Ishii and Toru Yano versus GBH, Togi Makabe and Tomoaki Hanma. Sliding his way around the ring, Tonga is able to sneak attack Yano on the floor, laying him out in the ring. Roa and Tonga double team Yano, sending him to the outside. Hanma in the ring again against Roa, missing a headbutt straight into the mat. Running power slam by Roa, who gets tagged out by Yano. Yano unties the turnbuckle mat and throws Hanma into an exposed turnbuckle twice. Ishii comes in and slaps and chops Hanma about 15 times in the corner. Tonga tags in, goes after Hanma with plenty of punches. Hanma reverses the suplex. Makabe gets tagged in, starts attacking everyone in sight. Clothesline to men in each corner. Tonga and Roa attempt to slow down Makabe to no avail. Makabe in against Tonga, strikes from both men, and neither look to back down. DDT on Makabe, who tags in Hanma. In comes Roa, who gets chopped and a diving headbutt for his troubles. Tons of swearing in his match. Commentary is laughing at the amount. Each wrestler makes their way into the match, taking one another out. Tonga and Roa lay both Ishii and Yano in the corners, then focus on Hanma, who they get a 2 count on. In comes Makabe, who lands a double clothesline on Roa Tonga. Hanma and Makabe get control of the match. Hanma to the top rope, lands a headbutt. Pin. Ishii breaks the pin up. Another headbutt on Ishii. Hanma gets caught in a gun stun. Guerrilla warfare on Makabe. He wasn't a legal man, though. No pinfall. Counted. Hanma fights out of a guerrilla warfare. Blind tag to Yano on Hanma. Ishii attacks both Rana and Tonga. Yano lands a double low blow from behind. Ishii with a double clothesline. Yano rolls him up for the win. New IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Tomohiro Ishii and Toru Yano. IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship match, Kushida versus Hiromu Takahashi. Takahashi gets in Kushida's face before he can even get in the ring. Kushida's on the ropes, still doing his entrance. Takahashi knocks him to the floor. Kushida flies with a front flip to the floor. Kushida goes to work on Takahashi's left arm. Sunset bomb to the outside on Kushida, who initially was able to hold on to the ropes. Kushida is slow to get up. Officials are checking on him. Ref begins a 20 count as Kushida crawls back inside the ring. Takahashi immediately stomps on Kushida. Super kick to the back of the head. Kushida gets a breather when he sends Takahashi face first into the corner. Multiple clotheslines followed by a handspring drop kick by Kushida. Double German suplexes by Takahashi as the referee checks on Kushida yet again. Botched move off the top rope by Takahashi. Looks like he was trying for Hurricanrana to the floor. Takahashi pulls off an insane senton, landing incredibly hard on the floor. Double knee drop on Kushida for a 2 count. Takahashi goes for another sunset bomb. Backflip, reversal by Kushida. Takahashi tries for an aerial attack off the apron and ends up in an armbar. Out of nowhere, 20 count starts up. Kushida eventually throws Takahashi back in the ring and starts throwing a number of nasty kicks to Takahashi's head, back, and arm. Hoverboard locked by Kushida in the middle of the ring. Roll through as Takahashi tries to escape. Victory roll by Kushida, 2 count. Another submission that eventually leads to both wrestlers jump punching each other right in the face. Both go down. The crowd is going nuts for this match. Loudest ovation of the night. Overhead belly-to-belly suplex by Takahashi, who then sets Kushida up on the top rope. Victory roll bomb from the top rope for a pin, a 2 count. Takahashi with a time bomb to finally put Kushida down for good. As the crowd is erupted, and Takahashi is now your IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. Never open championship match. Katsuyori Shibata, champion, versus Hiroki Goto. Shibata gets Goto up against the ropes. Referee calls for a break. Shibata slaps Goto in the chest and bikes off. Matt Wrestling kicks things off with Shibata getting the best of the exchanges. After receiving a rear naked choke, Goto on the apron receives a hard kick to the back. Shibata goes for a number of submissions, including armbar, which Goto breaks with a foot on the bottom rope. Shibata kicks Goto face in the face over and over again. Misdirection by Goto, who finally lands a big move. Elbows by Shibata, spinning heel kick to Goto. Stomp to the head by Shibata. A lot of back and forth in that sequence. Goto kicks a down Shibata in the chest. Shibata rises back up. Goto then continues to kick him in the chest, seemingly not causing any damage. Shibata stomps Goto in the corner. Running drop kick. Suplex pin attempt for a 2 count. Suplex on Goto. He rises up with a lariat. Shibata nails a kick to the face. Goto with another lariat. Both men just go back and forth until Goto rips Shibata's head back to his knee. STO by Shibata to slow things down. The fighting spirit in this match is the highest of any of the matches. Both men on their knees, elbows back and forth as the crowd cheers on. 2 standing rear naked chokes attempt by Shibata, eventually bringing Goto to the mat. Goto slowly rolls to the ropes and is able to get his foot on the bottom rope. Shibata shoves red shoes ref down and both men start throwing headbutts at each other. Shibata with a hard kick to the chest. Goto continues to focus on the back of Shibata's head. One of the few things that have slowed him down in this match. Both men are throwing elbows and headbutts at rapid paces before Goto gets the best of the exchange. GTR. Then another GTR Goto gets the win. And another new champion, Hiroki Goto by pinfall. IWGP Intercontinental Championship, Naito versus Tanahashi. Tanahashi out first with his brand new entrance theme. Up next is a champion who is taking his usual sweet time to the ring. Once he gets in the ring, he throws the title to the mat. Bell rings, the crowd instantly reacts. Both men receiving chants from the Tokyo Dome. Naito stalls twice as Tanahashi tries to lock him up. Tanahashi with a punch to Naito's gut, and then crowd doesn't react very favorably. Tanahashi gets control of the match early on until Naito kicks his leg out from under him as he goes up to the top rope. Naito goes to work on the same leg. Naito throws Tanahashi's leg into the referee's hands and then drop kicks him before the ref can react. Naito with a knee bar. Naito stays focused on the knee and then spits in Tanahashi's face. Tanahashi gets angered and takes control of the match until Naito goes back to the knee. Tanahashi then lands his own low drop kick to Naito's knee. Naito spits in Tanahashi's face yet again. Dragon screw leg whip into the ropes, followed by a sling blade on the apron by Tanahashi. Tanahashi with a high flow on to the outside, landing hard on Naito. Tanahashi does Nato's taunt, eventually bringing Naito back into the ring. Naito slams into the ropes as Tanahashi goes to the top rope. Down he goes in a heap. Naito nails a German suplex, 2 count. Naito, with some urgency in his moves, goes for another pin attempt, but only gets a 2 count. Naito then goes for a reverse knee lock. Tanahashi, in a lot of pain, reverses into a Texas clover relief submission. Naito gets the ropes to break up that submission. It looks like Naito is favoring his knee. 2 sling blades in a row. Tanahashi goes up top for a crossbody, back to the top rope for a high fly float and misses. Destino by Naito. He goes for a second, but it's reversed. Both men are down. Crowd going nuts again. Back and forth elbows. Crowd reacted to every single shot now. They are kicking at each other's bad knee over and over again. Dragon suplex, 2 count. High fly flow on Nato's back. Then Tanahashi goes back up for a second one, and Naito raises up his knees to counter. Naito on the top rope with a reverse tornado DDT. Tanahashi barely kicks out at 2. Another Destino finally gets a 3 count. This is the first champion to retain his title tonight. Naito just throws the title up in the air and lets it fall to the mat when the title is given to him. IWGP Heavyweight Championship match. Kazuchika Okada versus Kenny Omega, as Okada is your champion. Omega comes out to a Terminator-like entrance, followed by Okada's paper money filling in from the rafters. Young Bucks are at ringside in Omega's corner. A lot of back and forth, striking to the kick of the match. Action to start to pick up with the reversals, and we see our first pin attempt by both wrestlers. Both quick kick outs. Omega goes for a one-winged angel. Okada goes for a rainmaker counter. Omega slaps Okada, as does his pose. Omega then jumps to the outside for a breather. Omega gets launched into the metal barricade, draped over on the barricade and DDT to the floor. Okada looks under the ring and pulls out a table, but Omega attacks before he can do anything with it. Omega then sent over the barricade. Okada runs and performs a crossbody over the barricade, taking out Kenny. Back inside the ring, Omega works his way back in the match with some speed. A low drop kick, side slam, gets a pin attempt. Huge shot to Okada's back. Omega is looking to control the match with a power slam. Then another shot to the right to the back. Okada is trying to make a comeback, but continues to get stopped short by Omega. Okada sent to the outside. Omega with a perfect front flip over the top rope and to the floor. Power slam on the apron to Okada. Omega gets a dazed Okada back inside the ring and lands a missile drop kick to the back of his head. More elbow shots to the back of the head. Okada with a head of steam. He's able to string a number of attacks together, including a nasty DDT, kip up, diving European uppercut, red ink submission by Okada that nearly makes Omega go limp. He's able to reach out for the ropes and break up the hold. Backbreaker on Okada, who goes to the outside. Baseball slide by Omega. Again to the back of the neck. Omega with a springboard moonsault over the guardrail. Okada has a tough time getting back to the ring, but Kenny cuts him off at the path, puts a table over Okada, and double stomps him. Powerbomb into a pin. Okada is able to kick out at 2 as the crowd tries to cheer him on. Set out powerbomb by Omega, 2 count. Omega showing some frustration. Young Bucks set up a table on the outside. Omega tries to put Okada through the table, but the ref steps in to stop him from doing so. Crowd continues to chant for Okada as Omega works on the back neck area. Omega performs a fireman's carry, rolls through into a moonsault, pin 2 count. Omega ends up on top rope. Okada with a standing drop kick that sends Omega all the way to the floor. Omega tries a one-winged angel through the table that's on the floor. Okada gets back into the ring. Omega gets back body drop to the outside and through the table. Table exploded as Omega landed hard, beating even the metal part of it. Oh my. Okada with a massive missile drop kick that sends Omega all the way across the ring. Elbow drop on Omega. Okada calls for the Rainmaker, but Omega runs the ropes and holds on. Both men to the top turnbuckle. Omega elbowed off. Omega goes back up and lands a massive snapdragon superplex. Omega with a one-arm pin. And Okada somehow kicks out just in time. Okada with a huge German suplex. Holds on. Goes for a Rainmaker, but misses. Running knees by Omega. Then gets drop kicked in return. Omega with a bomb of a running knee into a one-winged angel. Okada flips out of it, landing on his feet. Okada with a tombstone power driver and Rainmaker. 1, 2! As Omega kicked out. Okada with a drop kick that sends Omega flying into the bottom turnbuckle. Okada then goes for another tombstone power driver. Omega reversed it. Looks for a pin of his own. Gets a 2 count. Both men look completely exhausted, but are still punching each other from the mat. Slugfest, both men are down. Go back and forth. Snapdragon suplex into a running knee by Omega. Lightning quick. 2 count. Omega with another running knee and one-wing angel. Okada jumps out and lands a Rainmaker instead. Crowd is so incredibly loud right now. Omega with a hard kick and knee to Okada's face. Rainmaker. 2 Rainmakers miss by Okada. And then Omega. Omega with a drop kick, jumping knee and one-wing angel. Again, it's countered into a jumping tombstone with another Rainmaker. Crowd chants along with a 1, 2, 3. So Okada retains the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Fans really got into the first behind the scenes look at WW Studios. Marine 5. Show you a picture of who all's in this movie. Other than Miz wasn't in the picture. Marine 5 Battleground. On Total, basically it was posted on Total Divas. No word yet on when the movie will be released, but a photo of the gang played by Heath Slater, Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel, and Naomi. The stars Naomi starring as Murphy. Marisa is also appearing in the movie as a character named Anna, and The Miz is reprising his role as Jake Carter. Results: spoilers for your main event taping. Arian Daivari defeated Lancerado. Daivari won with Frog Splash. Shining Stars defeated Darren Young and Bo Dallas. Raw results are live from the first Raw 2017. Michael Coleslaw welcomes us. He's joined in by Corey Graves and Byron Saxton. And they hype tonight's they hype all the matches. We go to the ring. JoJo introduced Raw General Manager Mick Foley, who returned. He's sporting a short haircut now. And by the way, he said on Twitter that he cut his own hair. Foley has New Year's resolutions. This new look to write the name of the city on his hand. He won't get it mixed up. Foley talks about the Universal title match at Royal Rumble and shows the shark cage sitting on the stage. Music interrupts and out comes Chris Jericho with the Universal Champion, Kevin Owens. They knock Foley and accuse him of abusing his power. They go on and say they aren't going to stand for Foley's crap in 2017. Foley announces that the first ever Kevin Owens show will take place tonight, and his guest will be Goldberg. Fan chant for Goldberg. They get riled up for the interview until Stephanie McMahon comes out. She says Foley is not abusing his power, and he had every right to make the match at Royal Rumble. She announces Roman Reigns versus Jericho for tonight. If Reigns gets counted out, he still loses the U.S. title. Jericho asks about Seth Rollins. Owens suggests Rollins be banned from ringside. More arguing in the ring. Stephanie is tired of everyone. She is upset about SmackDown beating Raw in the ratings from last week. Stephanie makes Rollins versus Owens for tonight. Loser will be banned from ringside for the title match. Stephanie orders Owens and Jericho to get ready for their matches and tells Foley to get it together because they have a ratings war to win. Still to come segment. Goldberg on the Kevin Owens show. Also, Braun Strowman versus Sami Zayn in the last man standing match. Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens was your first match of the night. Back from the break, out comes Seth Rollins. As Kevin Owens already waiting in the ring. Bell rings and they go at it. Owens goes to the floor, but Rollins launches himself out. Rollins with another big shot to the floor on Owens. Fans pop as Rollins chops Owens and brings him back in the ring. The brawl on the floor with Owens in control. Owens brings him back in, stomps away. Come back for a commercial break with Owens in control. Rollins fights back, but Owens back drops him to the floor. Referee starts counting. Owens turns around and misses a big cannonball into the corner. Make it back in the ring, and Owens strikes first. They trade shots. More back and forth. Rollins blocks a pop-up powerbomb and nails the insecurity. Rollins was running forearm in the corner. Owens drops Rollins in the corner. Rollins blocks a corner cannonball and sends Owens into the turnbuckles. Rollins with a sling blade. Owens blocks a pedigree, but Rollins lands on his feet, sends Owens to the floor. Rollins with another suicide dive. Rollins sends Owens into timekeeper's area on Owens while he goes down. Rollins breaks the count as he goes back to Owens, but Owens nails him with a ring bell for disqualification. After the match, Owens throws a fit as he's banned from ringside for the main event. Owens grabs Rollins for a pop-up powerbomb, but it's blocked. Owens blocks a pedigree attempt and retreats from the ring. Commercial break. Cesaro versus Carl Anderson was up next. After commercial break, Raw Tag Team Champion Cesaro and his partner Sheamus joins the announcers for commentary. Carl Anderson is out next with Luke Gallows. As I'm catching this match as I came late home from work. And what have you, because I went to visit my mom. More important. Family. Well, back and forth start. Anderson takes control, lands, but Cesaro lands on his feet. Anderson with an arm drag takedown. Cesaro ends up dropping Anderson with an uppercut. Cesaro keeps control and hits a gut right suplex for a 2 count. Back to commercial. After Anderson takes control with a kick. Back from the break. Cesaro's fighting out of a hole. More back and forth. After Cesaro unloads with uppercuts in the corner. Sheamus ends up coming down to the ringside, but after Gallows teased interference. Cesaro hits a springboard uppercut, but misses the neutralizer and the sharpshooter. Anderson fights back and hits a running knee. Cesaro fights back for a 2 count in the corner. Cesaro climbs up for a superplex, but Gallows gets on the apron. Sheamus pulls him off, but that trips up Cesaro off the top rope. Anderson gets up, getting the win with a neck breaker off the ropes. After the match, the club retreats and celebrates as Sheamus joins Cesaro in the ring. Announcers lead us to a video package of Braun Strowman after hyping last man standing match. Back from the break, we see NFL team members of Tampa Bay Buccaneers at ringside. And by the way, the Hulk Hogan lookalike was removed from his seat and replaced somewhere else. We get a promo from Brock Lesnar. Of course, he's not in the arena. Bill Goldberg and the Royal Rumble. Goldberg will take on Kevin Owens. Will be on the Kevin Owens show later on. Last man standing match: Sami Zayn versus Braun Strowman. We go to the ring as JoJo makes the rules for the next match. Sami is out first, followed by Braun Strowman. Sami starts off with a jab to the jaw. Sami ducks a clothesline. Goes to the floor as Braun follows. Sami grabs a kendo stick, brings Braun back in the ring. Sami follows and keeps swinging the stick, but Braun catches it, shoves him down, and destroys the stick. Braun tosses Sami across the ring, follows to the floor, but Sami beats him with another kendo stick. Braun catches this stick. Sami jumps on the barrier for a moonsault, but catches him and drops him face first into the top of the barrier. The referee counts, but Sami makes it back up at 6. Strowman charges, but Sami moves and he hits the ring post. Strowman is dazed. Sami keeps control and goes for a big DDT through the ropes onto the floor, but Strowman knocks him out of midair. Referee counts. As Braun re-enters the ring, Sami makes it back up at 6 count. Sami goes back into the ring, but Braun splashes him in the corner. Referee counts again. Sami gets up, but Braun drops him again. Referees count, but Sami is back up at 3. Braun immediately nails a big clothesline. Referee counts every time Sami gets knocked down. Braun drops him again with a shoulder block. Sami tries to make a comeback, but Braun floors him again. Sami makes it up after another 6 count. Sammy goes to the floor and Braun follows him to go to commercial. Back from the break, Braun's still in control. Launches Sammy into the front of the announcer table. Braun continues beating Sammy around the announcer and production area. Braun won't allow Sammy to stay down. Braun approaches, but Sammy beats him with a pipe. Sammy sends Braun into the production equipment case. Braun launches him on top of a bunch of cases, but launches one at him that misses. Sammy with a boot to the face. Sammy staggers Braun and whacks him with a steel chair over the back. They fight back to the arena as Braun blocks a chair shot and tosses Sammy up on the stage. Braun sends Sammy into the WWE logo a few times. Sammy fights out of a hold and nails Braun with a chair for a few more times. Braun blocks a chair shot and grabs it, but Sammy kicks it into him. Sammy runs and nails a crossbody, sending Braun and himself off the stage through the tables to the floor. Sammy makes it up first as the referee counts. Braun makes it back up. His fans chant, "This is awesome." They fight to the ringside, and Braun floors Sammy. Braun nails a big running power slam on the floor. Sammy gets up at 9 count, but Braun unloads it with knees. Referee counts, but Braun interrupts and beats on Sammy some more. Braun interrupts at 8 count and beats Sammy again. Braun with another power slam on the floor. Referee counts, and Braun finally gets a win. After the match, Braun stands tall as Foley is out with trainers to check on Sammy. EMTs load Sammy up on a stretcher and start wheeling him away until Braun charges and knocks the stretcher out from underneath and over. Braun scoops Sammy and launches him into the barrier before walking off. So to come segment, Reigns defends against Jericho. We get a look back at the gentleman's duo between Jack Gallagher and Harry Dewey from 205 last week. Gallagher's backstage with his umbrella. New Day are in the locker room with him, and they also have umbrellas. And we get some comedy as Gallagher leaves as we go to commercial. Back from the ring, out come New Day with mics. Big E announces that they will be in the 2017 Royal Rumble main event. Titus O'Neil interrupts, and now he comes trying to sell the Titus brand as a new member of the New Day. They don't look impressed. Titus wonders how good he would look on the front of videos cereal box. Xavier interrupts and disses him. Titus calls him the weakest link of the New Day. Woods challenges him to a match. Titus drops Woods with a big right hand and quickly exits the ring. Titus takes the mic and tells Woods to get ready for the match. Titus calls for a referee as we get the match after commercial break. Titus cuts Woods off with a big boot. Titus took it to the corner and unloaded. Nails a big scoop slam as Big E and Kofi are looking on from ringside. Titus kept Woods grounded and talks trash to Big E and Kofi. Back for the break. Titus and still losing control. More back and forth for several minutes until Woods gets pinned with a roll-up. Stephanie is backstage when Bayley walks in. She asks about making Danny Brooke the special referee for her match against Charlotte last week. Stephanie blames it on the lawyers, but goes on to say she never wanted Bayley on Raw. It was all Mick Foley. Stephanie praises Charlotte and says Bayley is just like all the people here, ordinary. Stephanie says she's just Bayley. Bayley says she may not have a famous name like she may have grown up in the business like Charlotte and Stephanie, but she belongs here. She belongs on Raw, Bayley says. She may not be what Stephanie sees as a champion, but she's Bayley, and that's good enough for her. Bayley says nothing will stop her from achieving her dream. Stephanie makes Bayley versus Nia Jax in the number 1 contenders match for later. Winner faces Charlotte at the Royal Rumble. Bayley walks off and Stephanie hums her theme song. Cedric Alexander backstage with Alicia Fox. Noam Dar approaches and apologizes for how they got off on the wrong foot. Cedric says Alicia is the one who needs to apologize too. Dar apologizes to her and calls her sweet cheeks. Cedric goes for him, but Alicia tells him they have a match to worry about. Back to commercial. Cedric Alexander versus Drew Gulak. Back from the break, Gulak awaits with Tony Nese as Cedric Alexander comes out with Alicia Fox. They both shake hands and go to work on each other. Austin Aries is on commentary for all cruiserweight matches. Back and forth for several minutes until Cedric drops Gulak with a big kick to the head. Nese got on the apron, but Alicia pulls him off. The apron which distracts Cedric, allowing Gulak to get the win with a roll-up. Alicia then consoles Cedric in the ring as Gulak celebrates with Nese on the stage. Owens and Jericho backstage talking. They hug and Jericho walks off as we go to commercial. Well, they were talking about Jericho is added into the Royal Rumble. They hugged it out. Back from a break, we get Chris Jericho versus Roman Reigns. We get formal ring introduction from JoJo. If Reigns gets counted out or disqualified, he loses the title. But can Jericho win? You can't win the title by disqualification or count out. So I guess he just gets stripped. Back and forth start the match early on. Jericho nails a missile drop kick. Reigns makes another comeback but gets sent to the apron. Reigns goes for a Superman punch, but Jericho stops it with a springboard kick. Reigns gets kicked to the floor. Jericho misses a baseball slide and Reigns nails him. Reigns leaps at Jericho. But Jericho gets frustrated as he kicks Reigns into the corner. Referee backs him off. Jericho charges Reigns, moves. Jericho hits an exposed steel and turns around to a spear. Reigns covers for the pin. After match, Reigns recovers the title to go to replay. Jericho makes his exit as Reigns raises his title in the ring. Still to come, Bailey versus Nia Jax. We get Goldberg's locker room door. Back to commercial. Brian Kitchen versus TJ Perkins. Basically, this match ends as Perkins sends slice bread number 2 hits the dirt next kick. Perkins gets an E-bar for the win. After match, Perkins celebrated. It was Neville watching backstage. And we get another victory for Emma's return. Enzo Amore Big Cass versus Jinder Mahal and Rusev. I'll just go to the end of it. Electric wheelchair cruises around the stage. Cass says Enzo is injured and can't compete, but he will be taking both in a handicap match. Cass starts off as Enzo looks on. Cass ends up dropping Rusev with a boot. After some double teaming, Jinder goes and slaps Enzo on the floor. Cass leaves the ring and comes back to catch a Rusev boot. Cass fights Jinder off again, but turns around into a big kiss from Rusev for the win. After the match, Rusev and Jinder leave as Cass recovers. Nia Jax versus Bailey. I'll go to the finish of the match. Nia drops a pair of elbows and a leg drop. Nia wastes some time, drags Bailey over the corner. Nia goes to the second rope, but music hits. Out comes Sasha Banks in a knee brace. Sasha walks out to the stage, stares Nia down. Bailey takes advantage of distraction and nails Bailey to belly. Suplex for the win and gets Nia number 1 contender. After match, Sasha joins Bailey at ringside to celebrate. Power goes off the air, off an arena for your main event. Goldberg hits the ring. Since Jericho's in the Rumble, this means he's first. Owens tells Goldberg to calm down. Cuts off Heyman's client at the Rumble. Then, be it Owens or Roman Reigns, he has a date with one of them at WrestleMania 33. Music hits, out comes Reigns to the ring. Reigns says Jericho and Owens must be delusional because they aren't winning anything at the Rumble. That brings Reigns to Goldberg. Goldberg gets in his face. In the middle of the ring, music hits, and out comes Braun Strowman. Before anything can happen, Strowman says if anyone is winning the Rumble, it's him. Strowman enters the ring, and as Reigns and Goldberg face off, as Reigns and Goldberg turn, as Braun moves towards them, they nail a double spear that ends as Raw goes off the air. And that's concludes. There's no main event dark matches for the event. Thanks again. Peace out. See you all in the video. If you don't know, just comment, brothers and sisters.